Moving forward, I now request Mr. Deepak Alok, co-founder and partner, Prime M2I Consulting Private Limited, to please take on the dais for a presentation on knowledge paper, Lighting the Way, Microfinance Lessons from South India. Can we all give a big round of applause for Mr. Deepak Alok?
You can have a look at that, and this is something very informative, and we have tried to crystallize some of the knowledge. I'm sure there are lots of other knowledge, but some of the knowledge which are very important, which we have tried to crystallize here. So if you look at the CRISIL's Financial Inclusion Index, we see that Southern Indian states are right at the top. So Kerala is has the highest financial inclusion index, and then Karnataka, Andhra Pradesh, Tamil Nadu, and Telangana occupy 6 to 9 ranks. Now, can you tell me which are the states which between 2 to 4? So those are actually the smaller states like Delhi and Chandigarh, more urbanized states. So clearly, Southern India has higher financial inclusion. And then if you look at the contribution of microfinance to overall the gross value added of India, that's quite significant at 0.5%, and then to the financial sector, it's at around 5.5%. So microfinance is contributing significantly to overall economy in the country. Some of the important lessons I would like to highlight from the Southern India. So South India continues to be a leader. It was always a leader. So the 5 small finance banks are there based out of Southern India. SKDRDP has the highest loan portfolio as a business correspondent. Credit Axis Grameen based out of Bangalore has the highest loan portfolio in terms of among the NBFC MFIs. Karnataka and Tamil Nadu are the 2 top states in terms of portfolio outstanding. And even the programs such as Kudumbashiri and the TNRTP, the government sponsored programs, they are quite innovative in their approach, and they are guiding other states in terms of their financial inclusion programs. So South India definitely continues to be a leader, and I have not listed all the innovation. There are many others which are there. Now, the SSG bank linkage program, which had its origins in Mairada's experience, has shown that the poor can actually save and they can be credit worthy. So this has been one of the important contributions of the Southern India. Another important thing which has happened is that the microfinance as an asset class has proved to be attractive enough for the providers of risk capital, and this is very important for sustainable growth of the sector. So we have now many NBFC MFIs and small finance banks going into IPOs, so that sustained capital is available for the sector. Is there evidence that the very poor are getting excluded again? So anecdotal evidence suggests that the band of customers in which the microfinance operates is shifting higher. So it's becoming difficult for very poor to even being part of the SHGs and JLG based microfinance programs. They are not reaching to very poor. Even in Karnataka, which is the highest portfolio states in the country, there are 8 districts which are less than 30% in terms of microfinance penetration, which is as defined by Sa-Dhan's approach. So there are pockets which the microfinance institutions are not reaching. So this is the question which we need to ask and ponder upon. In the inaugural session, we discussed about the AP crisis. The dignitaries had expressed concern about, and this was kind of a lesson for the entire sector. The microfinance crisis of AP almost destroyed or almost put to an end the industry in AP and Telangana now, and but this has been a great learning for other states. We have now more responsive code of conduct, more proactive SROs, and we believe that for sustained growth of the sector, uh, uh, it's very important that MFIs adhere to the code of conduct and abide by the principles of the microfinance must do no harm. We also have many stakeholders which have provided counter-cyclical support to the MFIs. We have Northern Arc Capital, which was earlier IFMR Capital, and the Vibriti, which have come up with innovative financial instruments. When nobody gives money to the microfinance sector, then they are the organization which gives to financial support to organizations. Another important thing which has happened is that ESG funds are increasingly coming into the sector. Recently, Credit Access Grameen got access to this loan from the US International DFC, and it's now very important for the MFIs to continue focus on the social performance as well as the environmental and the governance, corporate governance, so that they can attract more and more of ESG funds. Another thing which the dignitaries had touched upon in the previous session was the need for the microfinance borrowers to graduate to a higher loans sizes cycles. So there are many borrowers who have higher needs. They have received loan funds and they have started an enterprise, but then their loan requirements are not being able to be adequately fulfilled by the microfinance institutions. So there needs to be approach whereby the enterprise loan requirement of the microfinance borrowers, the graduating microfinance borrowers, those could be fulfilled in some manner. So here are some of the points which we can discuss in this conference. So some of the questions like how will the sector evolve from here on in the southern India? How do we provide credit and other services to the people who are still excluded? Are there further innovation required? Are there any technological innovations required so that the clients can be serviced in a much better manner? How do we help graduating microfinance customers through innovative products or approaches? And how do we manage growth and the risk management together? And then how do we meet the expectations of the investors? How do we ensure that the code of conduct which we have developed and adopted are adhered to? And then how do we make sure that the institutional structures which we have developed or new institutional structures which need to be developed to provide liquidity support to the MFIs in the times of stress. So these are some of the things which can be discussed during this conference. The knowledge paper is there in your bags. Please go through that. It's much more detailed. So I have given a summary of these things. So thank you very much for listening to this. So yeah, thank you.
Check. Thank you so much, sir. And now request our CEO, Mr. Gigi Maman, to honor Mr. Deepak Alok with a memento. Can we all please give a big round of applause?